and welcome to Storyboard. I'm Shibani Gharat. At a recent event hosted by P&G skincare brand Olay for a special chat, we caught up with Vikram Singh, category leader, beauty and hair care at P&G India, along with graceful and captivating Yami Gautam, who is now endorsing Olay. She is speaking with us about this association, what beauty means to her, and with Vikram, we touched upon the evolving beauty category and much more. Listen in. Joining us in a special chat today, we have Vikram Singh, category leader, beauty and hair care at P&G India. And along with him is an actor that lights up the screen with every role that she plays, Yami Gautam. Welcome to CNBC TV 18, both of you.
Thank you.
So we are meeting on the sidelines of this new product and campaign launch for Olay. So tell us more about it, and it also sort of plays, you know, the real you.
This association is new. This is an association is still really young, but it has to be one of the fastest in terms of impact, if I say, this association. We just launched this campaign and I believe the numbers are soaring high. For me, it's very important that any brand that I associate with, and of course here we have a brand which has stood the test of time and created its own legacy and trust with consumers since over almost about 25 years, if I'm not wrong.
More than 2 decades.
And you know, getting an opportunity to collaborate together, and with the concept like that, how you mentioned, I thought it was so fresh, it was so today's, it was so real. And it's not about just being in 30s and celebrating your 30s. It's the journey of what has led to this moment, right? And celebrating and being and a new take of what it means to be in your 30s.
Vikram, we know that premium beauty segment is rapidly growing. So what is the position that you want to carve for Olay in this particular segment?
Thank you, Shibani, for the question. I think Olay has been in India for more than 2 decades, and we've been very effective in creating a lot of impact with our innovations in these 2 decades. I think the 2 things that really stand at the heart of Olay, I would say the first one is deep consumer understanding, especially in the context of India. And the second thing I would say is the science-backed innovation that should reflect in everything that we bring out for the consumers, right? When I double-click these 2, I think, for example, the Indian skin ages very differently than, let's say, a Caucasian skin. And therefore, unless you are very clear of what is it that is the need of the consumer, it's very difficult to tailor the right propositions. So even though Olay globally has decades of research and legacy behind them, it's very important to understand those skin concerns and then tailor make that product for the Indian consumer using the right ingredients. As we set ourselves up in the premium beauty space, I think what people can expect from the House of Olay is innovation that is backed by science and results, and also what we understand deeply about our consumers, and hence we give them the best propositions.
So innovation that is backed by science, but consumers today also are very tuned in. Like, if you speak to the youth, the younger generation, they've become, so to speak, skintellectual. They want to know whether it has a niacinamide or hydraulic acid, terms that we were absolutely...
I had no idea about these
exactly.
terms. When I had to dub for these lines, I'm like, I'm sorry, but I've never fumbled so much in life.
The
D silent here.
Hydroloric acid.
Hyaluronic
acid. That's right. Oh my God. So they know and they ask for those things because, of course, the exposure to Korean beauty care and, the Korean treatments and the snail treatments and, many other, the mask, that infrared mask that you spoke of, the light mask that you spoke of. So the exposure to all of this. So, what are you doing to even educate about the science behind some of your products?
Absolutely. I think, as I said earlier, each innovation that we bring to the market has to be science-backed and rooted into the insights of the category and the consumer needs that we have. Let's take the example of Olay 7-in-1, which is what we're talking today, right, from an innovation standpoint. When we went to the consumers, what we realized is the fact that essentially what scientists discovered is that the reflection of light is ultimately what gives you a smooth, glowing skin, right? And there are many factors that influence that, right? From climate to pollution to your skin type, right? And therefore, what we wanted to do is run a battery of those tests on the Indian consumer and then realize what is the right set of ingredients that should be there, in the product. Now, obviously, Olay, globally has a full suite of ingredients and mastery of formulations, but it's very important to get the right balance. What we see today, there is a lot of education out there around ingredients, but it's becoming more and more a game of quantity of ingredient versus the bioavailability. And that's what is critical. So at Olay, what we spend a lot of time is mastering the formulation such that the ingredients are bioavailable for the skin. They penetrate quickly and they go to the epidermal layer to actually solve the 7 signs of aging that are there.
And to get you the desired results.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then, of course, it's the job of the communication that we build right from the bottle design, the packaging, and the communication that we drive. Along with that is where we deliver the education for the consumers.
Yeah, and of course, the association with a gorgeous personality like Yami definitely helps in that direction. But Yami, how has your beauty routine evolved over the past many years? Is it basic? How has it changed from 20s to 30s?
Yeah, in 20s, I used to have this book with me, like a diary. And I would note down every nuska which my nani would give or I would read anywhere. I still have that somewhere with me. The fact that I'm saying I still have it somewhere, that means that I haven't opened it in a long time. Yeah. Not that I don't believe in it, but I think time is something which is really precious, and sometimes you're really pressed on it, right? And especially off late, being doing the kind of work I do, the kind of business I'm in, and now managing and balancing personal life with little baby.
Yes.
And and I really meant it on stage when I said that splashing water on my face was feeling like luxury at one point, to now where I've come back on my own, and I love skincare. I think that's really important for me. Not only because of my profession, but I've always loved it. I've always loved it. I've always been someone who's, as he said, looked for logic. Even if you do your DIYs in your kitchen, even that has logic. You can't just randomly mix up anything. Yeah. You have oily skin, you have dry skin, you have sensitive skin, you have combination skin. Your weather plays such an important role, right? Winters, your skin and hair is different. Right now, we're all battling with oily scalps. Yeah. So, and it comes on your skin. Yeah. So, how much of what is required? I think that's really important. And while the world is open to you literally in your palms, you can order anything from anywhere. Yeah. But that's a very valid point. What is it that it suits Indian skin, right? I may have access to anything, as I said, or we keep traveling. But it has happened in the past that some of the most talked about, or those really expensive luxurious brands, they haven't really worked. And I'm like, what is the hype about? So I've done that also, a lot of that. So finally it comes down to your own personal experience, right?
And what works for you.
And what works for you, then you stick to it. You stick to it till the time your skin is accepting it. And Olay has really been working for me, I think, off late. Something that worked for my mother, that then I moved on to my sister, Surili, and who's also, all three of us, we love skincare. So we all keep exchanging and sharing, try this, no, don't do that. And so Olay right now is the hero at home.
Absolutely. And beauty, quintessentially, it has like a very skin deep and a superficial meaning. So what does beauty really mean to you beyond appearance? Like what does it stand for? Like what are some of the things that you find beautiful? Like kindness, for example, is beautiful to me. Like,
yeah, kindness, and when my literally it comes down to little things in life. Now I can't explain this, but when I was getting ready today, my view was this open sky, and after almost we're close to the airport, right? So in about every 10 minutes there was a flight, and I would just smile and everyone around must be wondering, what is it? Haven't I ever? So I'm like, no, the thing is, my son loves anything in the sky, which is an aeroplane, a helicopter, birds. that makes him so happy. And I'm so now used to that emotion that it just makes me also really happy. So it's right. And so little things, when your family is happy, you're together with the right cup of tea. I'm very sacrosanct about my chai. I know from happiness to chai it's come down to, but the little things,
The little small things
yeah,
that
for me
make
that
you happy.
perfect cup of chai, I can't explain what is it about, but there's something about that right chai is really important for me. Or don't serve me, or don't give me.
Did you get the perfect cup of chai today or no? You tell us.
Just take the hint. And of course the skincare. You know, you're happy when your skin's looking nice, when you're glowing, and you feel it from inside. You know, that confidence is something else. So I don't think it's superficial. I don't think it's a combination of everything. There's nothing wrong in being particular, or if you care about your skin, yourself, your health, right? So it's good.
And having said that, what are the kind of beauty narratives that you would like to influence through, you know, your brand associations, or, you know, the roles that you play?
You know, as one of the things I said, it's very hard. It's very important to choose your words right, and not I think a lot before giving any advice. So I always say this is not an advice. This is something which works for me. Please do what makes you happy. But in terms of beauty strictly, I think if someone just asks question about those procedures to your skin, and you know, all those artificial things that you would inject, or something for anti-aging, or anything to just keep to stay younger, or whatever the different definitions or purposes. I find that personally I don't connect with it at all. I think we should not run from our own selves. We must embrace who we are and what we are, and focus on your lifestyle and looking good. Baki jo age hona hai wo hona hai.
Yeah.
I think that is why skincare is the safest balance that way. Yes, there is something that I'm applying on my skin. I'm giving my skin that nourishment, but I'm not doing anything which is changing the structure
Of the skin.
or the health of the skin. That's I find that. So whether if you're doing it under pressure, that's also not. I hope that's the only way I can maybe get to them, that I don't think that's the right answer. That's the right path, because you'll have to keep doing it then again and again. This is what I've heard. You have to because there'll never be a point you'll be fully satisfied, because there is no end to it. There'll always be something more. There'll always be something. Oh, this. या ये कुछ गलत हो गया, या ये कुछ सही नहीं हुआ, या और बेहतर हो सकता है. So I think it's a very vicious circle, and I'm sure that's something which that you need a very strong mental makeup also to kind of overcome that noise. And I think if we're talking about today's generation, an idea of beauty and wellness at the same time, I think these two things are very well connected. That's something which that's a path which I would stray away from.
Vikram, we also spoke about, you know, skintellectual, and we spoke about how, you know, the youth is very tuned in today. But having said that, apart from that, what are some of the category shifts that you have, you know, seen in terms of consumer preferences, you know, when it comes to beauty and hair care?
Absolutely. So, you know, a couple of things that there are some things which are evergreen truths about the category, and then there are trends that are out there, right? As Olay, we take pride in the fact that we want to reach out to as many consumers as possible to understand their unique skin needs and their unique skin concerns. Aging is an evergreen truth, right? And therefore, you want to make sure that as, you know, people grow and they accomplish a lot in their lives, if there is one thing that holds them back from having the right confidence, then Olay is always an ally to them with the anti-aging propositions that we bring for them. The other thing that we're picking up is also the fact that, as we were talking earlier, today people are looking for simplicity. You know, because as we talked to thousands of women before making these propositions, two things that they called out very clearly. First, there is not enough time, right? And as Yami said, I think all of us are grappling with multiple roles in our lives. So people really are short on time, and therefore, if they could get, you know, one bottle which fights 7 signs of aging for smooth glowing skin, that's something that they would latch on to. That's one. And the second thing is oftentimes you have solutions which are, one ingredient and solving for one problem, but not really being able to solve all of them. And that's where, things like layering and 7-step regimens is something, that's popping up, which is what consumers want to move away from. So simplification is one big consumer trend that we're picking up. And from a evergreen truth of aging, I think the ingredients that are there in the Olay 7-in-1, right, namely the niacinamide, you have the vitamin C, and then you have the collagen peptide. Those are exactly the kind of ingredients that are needed to address the skin concerns. As I was mentioning earlier, right, a lot of the issues with Indian skin is more around dullness. Texture gets uneven, the tonality of the skin gets uneven, versus a Caucasian or a Western skin where fine lines and wrinkles appear first as a sign of aging, right? And that's where, what these ingredients do in the right balance. Niacinamide actually repairs the skin barrier. Interestingly, Indian skin has the worst skin barrier thanks to the climate, thanks to the pollution, and all the different elements that add up. And therefore, what niacinamide does is basically restore and repair that skin barrier. And that also evens your texture. The second one is around vitamin C that attacks pigmentation on your skin and helps the light to reflect better. As I said earlier, light reflection is the true hallmark of what glowing, smooth skin looks like. And the last one is collagen peptide, right? Again, it's an ingredient that boosts natural collagen production within your skin. And what that does for you is firms up the skin and removes the visible lines and wrinkles. So essentially, I think what you need is a single solution with multiple of these ingredients with high bioavailability, which helps you attack not one, not two, but all 7 signs of aging that Indian skin goes through versus any other skin type in the world.
Yami, before we wrap this conversation, let's step away from beauty and Olay, and I have some quick questions, questions for you.
Why step away from beauty?
So here it goes. I have loved your films. Like the most recent one that I saw was Dhoom Dham, and I absolutely enjoyed watching it. It was a laughter riot. Like me and my mother thoroughly enjoyed the film. But having said that, I have to ask you, what is your favorite role that you've played so far? And so diverse have been the roles.
That's a tough one. It's a tough one because I've really enjoyed doing comedy in Dhoom Dham or Bala, and something as really intense as Article 370 and A Thursday. So very difficult to choose, but I think there were some also really good original stories, and when you get such opportunity, I think it's about getting the right opportunities, and then of course, so I still haven't answered your question.
Yeah, you haven't. You haven't. You've played politically correct.
No, it's not. It's very hard. It's very hard. If you ask me what I've enjoyed playing, I'd say both. I really enjoyed playing what I did. I really enjoyed
the
comedy.
Intense roles and the comedy
also
well.
Because I don't think that we have many good comedy roles being written for female characters, right? I don't want to make it about gender or anything, but we need more such roles which are genuinely entertaining, right? And something as and intense and which has action. And because Article 370 was really real also. Action could be in different, as filmy as it can also get. But to do something as real and raw as that film, and to make that engaging, which I think everyone did their parts right. A film which is based on information solely. I know I still haven't answered your question.
Yes.
I don't know. I wouldn't have any.
But I must tell you, one of my favorite words that you've given us through Bala was debut.
Debut.
Loved it. So good. But tell us what genre that you haven't played that you really want to play going forward. Like something that you're looking forward to or interested in playing.
I think a fantasy kind of genre. Some kind of warrior princess or fantasy. Yeah.
fantasy.
or mythology. Not because there's so many films being made on mythology, but
yeah.
I've always
Fantasy
loved it.
or
And I think when
mythology.
I sometimes, you know, you scroll through your old interviews, I've said that
Yeah.
like 10 years ago.
So chalo, mythology, in mythology, what character?
नहीं, I know, बहुत
In
मतलब
dream character.
नहीं मतलब इतनी सारी कमाल की कहानियां नहीं बोल सकते, लेजेंड्स हैं हमारे ही अपने आप कोई भी पुराण लें, इतनी कहानियां हैं, like there's so many forms of the same deity and goddesses. It's unreal. They're so empowering, really.
Still haven't answered.
Still haven't answered that. So see, the thing is, I don't answer. I just perform. I don't have any answer.
Yeah. OTT or Bada Parda? What's your pick and why?
And films were always meant to be experienced on big screen.
Big screen. So
Always.
Big screen. Yeah.
Always.
That's a clear choice.
Oh, that's
now.
a clear choice. Unless I'm doing a sequel of my own film
Hmm.
on OTT, I think first love and eventually it'll be Bada Parda. See, I've answered now.
Yeah. A skin trend that you don't get. I know you spoke about the infrared light, but apart from that, any other skin trend that you think that you just absolutely don't get or relate to?
I think और क्या trend है? Could you help me? बहुत कुछ है.
Lot of
Anything?
the snails on the skin.
Really? I thought you meant snail like
no, like
fluid or
not the
something.
mucus, the
Real
snail on the skin.
That wins, hands down. Hands down. पहले आप एक snail को उठाओगे. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. Morning skincare routine or night routine? What is non-negotiable?
I think night.
Night. Well, thank you so much. And it's wonderful speaking to the both of you. It was so good chatting with the two of you. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shivani.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, X and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.